What are you doing down here? Have you been dancing too? Charlie, you know this new masterclass that I just released, the TENKAI Masterclass? I think it's only fair that I share something on my YouTube channel, that I teach something, that I demonstrate the TENKAI palm the way that I do it. So that's what I'm going to do in this video, Charlie. The TENKAI steel, this one's good. You're going to love it. Bang, bang, let's get to it. I'm Daniel Madison, welcome back, and thanks for choosing to spend a bit more time with me and Charlie Madison today. We really appreciate it. Thank. In this video I'm going to teach you a dead simple move. It's so simple, it's so beautifully graceful, so easy to achieve, so easy to execute and master, yet it is devastating. Such a beautifully devastating move in which you take the bottom playing card of the deck and right in front of somebody you're able to steal it without them knowing. This is the basic, the simple TENKAI steal. A way of stealing the bottom card from the deck right in front of somebody without them knowing. They just don't know, they don't see it because of how beautiful it is. Once it's in your palm, you can take it and do whatever you want with it. Now I'm showing you this today in celebration of the release of my new masterclass, a TENKAI Palm Masterclass, which is available right now on my website. I realized looking back on some of my past tutorials that at certain stages I say, right, now do a TENKAI palm and then move on. And I don't really go into much detail with the TENKAI palm. It's such an easy technique to learn, to master, to be able to achieve, but the full understanding of it, your full understanding of the psychology of it, the philosophy of it, why you do it, how you get into it, how you get out of it, that's all past. We passed by that because I can teach you how to do it right now. You just put it here and you're done. But the genius of it, the depths of the psychology behind the move itself, the things that are really achievable with this palming technique, we always miss those in these videos. So I wanted to make a video dedicated to the TENKAI palm. So that masterclass is almost 2 hours long. It's on my website, but to celebrate the release, I wanted to teach this to you guys today. Without further ado, I'm Daniel Madison and this is the TENKAI Steel. At the end of this video, I'm gonna give away, as promised in the last video, I'm gonna give away these very special playing cards given to me by expert playing card company, Jerry's Nuggets. Links in the description. I'll talk about these more afterwards. I chose a winner from the last video. I'm gonna announce him with a little bit of a special surprise on the way for him too. But right now we're gonna use the blue Jerry's to show you this. This is a dead simple idea that's kind of, I think it's that easy and it's that simple that it's overlooked, and it's never kind of given room or space to be taught as a serious thing. I use this so often and so many times, and it's such an easy move that you don't even think, oh, this can be taught, this can be handed down. Someone might appreciate this and learn and take this into one of their tricks, into one of their routines. So kind of owe it to myself, and especially since I just filmed the project, the TENKAI Masterclass project, I talk about this move a lot, and I didn't want to just keep everything in that project completely hidden, completely away from everybody. So I chose one thing from there that has the most value from that whole project, which is this move, the simple or the basic TENKAI card steal. Really does look like nothing's going on. That's how devastating it is, because you do it right in front of somebody. So let's move the camera down so that you can see the most important part of this, which is my hands. There we go. They're my hands. Haha. Okay, so we'll use a blue Jerry's. These are really fresh as well. I haven't used these too much. So we're using 9 clips on the bottom of the deck. So I'm just going to show you exactly what's going on underneath the deck before we get into it. Essentially, you're holding, I don't like the word essentially, but you're holding the deck from above like this. Very relaxed, normal, natural grip. Thumb at the back in the middle. Fingers 2 and 3 at the front, and finger 1 kind of curls over the top. This is a very natural grip. You'll see a lot with card people. You'll probably find yourself holding playing cards like this naturally without even trying. So naturally the other hand is kind of awaiting the deck or just open for the deck. So the deck can be, as you're talking, can be transferred between both hands like this, which is going to be the biggest part of the act in achieving this. which is the freedom of you talking and just being natural, moving your hands. And as you're doing this, at some point, you're going to come over here, and fingers 2 and 3 are going to connect with the bottom playing card, round about middle top, round about here. And that card's going to be pushed over to the side like so, about by an inch maybe, so that it can't be seen from this side. It's protected from this hand on this side, and also the way that you're going to be holding the deck anyway, it's kind of, that side's hidden anyway, so when I push that card over slightly, I know that it can't be seen, especially with a little bit of movement, a little bit of natural blur that occurs when you're moving around. So in this position, we've pushed the card over slightly. Now fingers of this hand they're not removed from this card until it's in position now. So the deck comes over, and also you don't really take the free hand to the card and do the work. It's the deck that comes over to the free hand, places down, now the deck does the work. So the fingers are kind of just keeping that 9 of clubs in place as I do this. So side, I move the deck away from the card, so the card is now slid to the side slightly. And then the thumb is going to play an important role, because you need to clear that card from the thumb, and obviously fingers 2 and 3 are going to help on this hand. So we push over here and we manipulate it enough so that it kind of comes away from the thumb. So we push to the side like this, and you can see it's just gone past the thumb. I can feel it on my thumb, and as soon as it passes the thumb, I move the deck forward. So you see the playing card sliding away from the deck now. I move the deck moves forward. The hand, my left hand doesn't move backwards. It's my right hand that does all the work here. So the deck moves forward and round into the hand like this. So it's kind of a circle. And as it does that, I feel the card, the 9 of clubs, on my hand here, on the clunge of my right hand. I feel it connect with that. As soon as I feel that, it's a roundabout position on my thumb here, on the joint of my thumb where we meet, kind of the flabby area, whatever you want to call that. So it's in this position now, and all I have to do is grip with my thumb, my right hand thumb, and I can relax with my left hand. And now the card is in a TENKAI position. Meanwhile, this hand still has to stay where it is. I put the deck into this hand, so the fingers now release from that card. I put the deck into this hand, and I slowly slide my hand to the side like this and come away like this, and the steal is achieved. So from the front in real time, so the card's here, the deck goes in the hand by the time I've even kind of tried to show you I've done it. So from here, and then I come away with the stolen 9 of clubs. So for now, we need to focus on the move itself, which is fingers here, the deck moves across this way and then forward. I grip the card in a TENKAI palm, I move back, so the deck is now in my hand, and now I can move away slowly and readjust if I need to accordingly. If I do this properly, I shouldn't have to readjust. We'll talk about that too. So it looks like this. So the deck goes into this hand, and then this hand comes away with the bottom card. So exposed. So we're here, we're talking, I can move the deck around, all these gestures that happen, and then at one point this happens, and I'm done, and I'm ready to go. Successfully stolen the bottom playing card. So play around with that, with the concept of allowing the deck to move away from the card more than anything. And we're going to focus on fingers 2 and 3 going about here. So just past the index of the 9, about here. And they have to be to the end as well. If you go down here, then it's not going to work. It has to be to the end. So basically finger 2 of the left hand is touching finger 3 of the right hand here. And I press upwards with this hand, but it's the deck hand that does all the work. So I slide to the side, I move forward, I grip with my thumb as I put the deck down, and then I now come away. As I come away, I obviously make sure that my fingers are closed, because you don't want to see through those windows when I do the move. And it's a move that you don't want to rush. We certainly don't want to rush this. If you rush this, you can tell what's happening, and you can hear all the moves as well. It's a really weird thing. The strangest, most bizarre thing about this idea is side, forward, side. it's kind of the jog that needs to be hidden. So that's the main thing that needs hiding, but we're going to talk about that in a second. So the deck goes here, the deck goes into your hand, and you come away with the bottom playing card. So that's the mechanics of the Tenkai steel. The most important thing that you need to hammer into your brain with this and with any deception, with any sleight of hand technique, is your behavior, your body language has to be 100% natural. The inclusion, the addition of a deck of playing cards in your hands, by its very nature, by the nature of what you're practicing and what you're about to present, makes you unnatural. Like, you have no choice. It just does that to you, because all of a sudden your nature is compromised by something strange, by this weird deck of playing cards that's all of a sudden going to be in your hands, and it's going to challenge you to do something that a normal person, a normal human being wouldn't do. And that's kind of what separates us from the layperson, from the normal person. We have these abilities, and they, by themselves, they make us different. They make us separate from nature, from a normal person. So the fight that we have, that I hope anybody watching this will take this on board if they haven't already. The fight that we have as magicians is often overlooked, and there's a few different arguments going on, because many magicians get into this because they want to be different, they want to be unnatural, they want to seem to have superior powers, they want to seem to be different or present themselves as otherworldly, or I have the powers that be, and all that. And that's what kind of makes them so alien to people, so that when they perform, it doesn't have a proper effect that magic is designed for. Magic is designed to be an experience for somebody, for somebody to experience something strange that makes them question normality from the act, from the performance of the act, not from the person, not from the magician. Magic is not about the magician, it's about the moment, it's about the experience. And as magicians, our only purpose is to deliver an experience. If we're going there to say, look at me, I'm the best, go away and tell all your friends how amazing I am, and you're using magic wrong, you're using it in a way it's almost one-upmanship. You're almost making yourself better than everybody, and that's when magic suffers. Magic stops being magic at that point. Whereas if you're a normal person, if you present yourself as, I'm just me, Daddy Madison, I'm going to show you something strange. I'm a magician, let me entertain you, let me amaze you. No, because then their expectations in their brain, and they can kind of feel what's coming, and they prepare themselves in a way that they wouldn't normally. If I go up to somebody and I meet somebody for the first time, and I'm like, I'm Madison, nice to meet you, what's your name? And it's not, I'm going to show you a magic. Then it has a chance of being received as a real, genuine magic moment. So the whole nature that you have, trying to be that normal person and trying to just be somebody who, and by the way, that drops their guard. So you go in as a normal person, then their expectations aren't risen. They're just like, this is a normal person. And then when you present something strange, it allows the impact of that magic to be heightened, to be turned up quite dramatically. Whereas if I go in going, I'm going to show you something that's going to amaze you, then it's an ambitious card, then it's not quite amazing, is it? Whereas if I, for example, the way I used to get people's attention in bars, one of the ways I would be stood at a bar, got my drink, I'm inspecting a £5 note, and then all of a sudden I'm like bewildered by it. I'm like, what is this? And then I hold it in my hand, and this weird act of something that's not normal, it's a bit different to what anybody would see in the bar, and then I lower my hand and the money stays there, and then I walk away as if I'm scared of it, and the money stays there floating in the air. ITR, but that presentation, as if I wasn't making that happen, like the magician would go, the whole arrogance of being able to achieve that, being able to make that happen. When you remove yourself from that, then it allows the participant to respond to the magic rather than to the fact that you're amazing, which I think magic should be all about that. So getting back to my point, putting a deck of playing cards in a normal person's hand instantly makes them not normal. So you have a bit of a fight on your hands trying to convince people that you're normal without saying, I'm just me with a deck of playing cards. It's a performance, it's an understanding to the approach of how you deliver that moment of magic. So when it comes to this move, and I know this is just a simple move, but you do need to think about this with every piece of magic that you do and every handling of the deck of playing cards that you choose to be involved in, which in this case is just stealing a bottom card from the deck. And everything that revolves around this move, I'm going to leave up to you. So why you might want to steal that bottom card, how you got that card there, where it's revealed, maybe it's your pocket, maybe it's not. We'll talk about that in fact a little bit, but the nature of this, the way that a magician would handle playing cards, we need to step away from it, because he would stand there going, yeah, and other things that magicians do that are just stupid. Flourishing, don't flourish. I love flourishing. I'm in love with it. I love watching it, but I wouldn't go to somebody and do it, especially when I'm about to present a magic. So the nature of us being just relaxed, and where we're holding a deck of playing cards, but we're just talking about what's happening, and this way your presentation is gonna be enhanced by the fact that you can just be chilled out. And I've got a deck of playing cards in this hand, and I know I'm about to steal a bottom playing card, so I'm setting up this area of motion where my hands are moving already, so that if I was to just stand here like this and then all of a sudden go, then you can see it. Obviously you can see it. If I'm moving my arms around, if I have this nature when I'm talking, and maybe I pass the deck from one hand to the other a few times, and then when the moment comes, it kind of mixes in with those moments. It becomes one of those moments. So it's not seen, it's not felt. And even if something's heard in the deck, even if you hear that, it's not isolated anymore, because it's separated from a normal moment, because it's part of this whole behavior, the whole body language of me just moving around really casually, and then all of a sudden I've stolen the card at the moment that I need to, and I make sure that I'm never looking at the cards. And I always say this in every video, when you do a move, don't look at it. That's the biggest, the easiest way to give away what you're doing is to look at what you're doing. So I might be with the cards and relaxed and doing everything right up until this point, and then I look back, and that might sound funny, it might seem funny, but I've seen it happen time and time again, and I will see it happen. It'll always happen. And I'm not sure if it's because nobody's teaching these things or nobody's addressing these things, but there you go, there it is. I just hope that nobody learning from me does that, and if you do, then stop it. So the mechanics of this itself, which you already know, it's all a matter of just mixing it in with your natural movements and your body language. And if you don't have that natural behavior, then you need to work on that. That's the biggest thing. You need to work on the way that you gestures and way you move your hands. This is vital for deception, talking like this, talking with your hands, because we get to show our hands empty at the right times without saying, look, nothing in my hands. We get to do that by just doing a gesture, by just saying, look, what we're going to do is, first of all, I want you to hold your hand out, and then we're going to use your hand. Meanwhile, all that distraction of me moving and my hands being free and me showing my hands, when I steal the card, my fingers are still open. And that's what's beautiful about this, the TENKAI palm. It's such a beautiful thing, because your fingers can be held open, and you can even use that hand. So one tip I give with the TENKAI, any lessons in the TENKAI, is once you've got that card, don't take that hand away, because you can use it. I can point with this hand now, I can move things, I can pick the box up, so many different things I can do. I said we talk a little bit about where you're going to take that card. It's really up to you. The possibilities are just yours, they're up to you. And obviously this can be the top card of the deck too. Just turn the deck upside down and you've stolen the top card of the deck. But where you take that card's up to you. I will say, if you're going to do a card to pocket with this, then don't go for this pocket with the dirty hand. And just practice this yourself. Once the card's in TENKAI, when your hand goes down here, you can see all of this just jumps right out. No matter how much you twist your hand, you're going to bring attention to there, because no one goes to the pocket like this, and maybe you take it to this pocket. Maybe you're going to go in here again. Your hand kind of isn't going in at the most natural level. I will probably avoid this. If anything, once I've got this card in TENKAI, and I know some people watching this can see this coming, once it's in TENKAI, I would put the deck down with the TENKAI hand. Put the deck down, I'll come back and I'll stand here for a bit with my hands. If time allows, if the presentation, the performance allows, I would stand it like this, and I would transfer that card from the Tenkai to Gambler's Cop, and again, another very natural motion where there's not much effort put into it. Now from this position, now I've got so much more freedom to lower this hand and take it to my pocket and retrieve that card from somewhere else. I mean, maybe you're even just taking that card so that you can say, shuffle these for me please, and then when they return the card back to you, you've got it held here, it can go on top. And if you go back to the fan change on my channel, once it's on top in this position, we don't need that card, then you can hold the deck here. Perhaps you go into a fan and you've returned that card to the top of the deck. Just a suggestion. I know I'm talking a lot in this video, so we're going to stop now, but thanks for listening. Time for somebody to now win Jerry's Nugget. That was the Tenkai Steel, and as promised in the last video, I'm going to choose a winner of these. These are the Expert Playing Card Company Jerry's Nuggets official re-release. These are a very special boxed edition of 2 pre-release decks. These are on Kickstarter right now and they're doing phenomenally well. Now they sent these to me before that Kickstarter campaign even began, so these are very unique playing cards. I've used them a few times. You've just seen me use them in this video. In the last video I told you I'd pick a winner. All I did, I wanted you to make me laugh, and I picked somebody who made me laugh. The winner of these playing cards, and a special surprise, the winner is Alan Holmes, who made me realize that there are so many people turning up just to see Susan and not even to see me, which it hurts my feelings a little bit, but I know it puts a smile on Susan's face, so thanks for that. Now Alan, as a special surprise, I am actually going to hand deliver these playing cards to you. I've sent you a message, let's get on the phone. I'm gonna bring these to your house and we're gonna film the whole experience. I'll be back soon with some more dope tutorials, all I ask in return. Make sure you subscribe so you get that notification bell going ding 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 every time I drop a new tutorial. I'm Daddy Madison, thanks for being here. See you next time.